Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday? And we continue with this one. It's the Colorado Buffaloes and the SMU Mustangs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The Colorado head coach told me before the game, he knows he has the best wide receiver right now in the country. They are so excited about the talent and experience that they can get you downfield. But they've got a young passer. How will they put into play, into the scheme, ways to get him the ball? Depending on what the defense does, this will be a big storyline we'll follow throughout the game. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Buffaloes will kick off first, and here we go. And the game is underway with a kickoff out of bounds. Not the way you drew it up, but a great break for this offense. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Well, Kevin Jennings has a high ceiling, David. We've seen throughout his career, when he's playing well, this offense is lights out. This is a guy who's quarterbacked this team to a college.
Finding some room. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Here's Lewis to throw. On the left side, grabbed by Williams. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Firing to the right, complete. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
To the air again, Lewis. Rushes on him. Had to throw it before he wanted. And it's incomplete as he threw the helium ball, trying to float it in. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Throwing, Lewis. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Going to try to get it himself. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Williams. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. Third down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that first down.
And the Buffaloes are marching down the field. Lewis. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college football, that's open. When your receiver has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew that one.
Lewis wants to pass. It's complete to the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And you've already seen this QB, man. He's willing to spread the ball around and take what the defense gives him and not force it to his go-to guy. But it's not a surprise. When you get it to him, good things happen. He can chew up chunks of yards and make those big plays.
It's Lewis again. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps. And they get that turnover. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. He'll start this drive going to the air. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it. So now it's second and long. From the gun, running back on the move. Makes it past the marker. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good...
Throws it deep. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They go to the draw. A 5-yard pickup there leaves them with third down and 5.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Touchdown, Mustangs! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Plenty plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Here's Lewis to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And the Buffaloes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing.
Looking for a big play. It's caught. There he goes. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Lewis. Zings it complete to the right. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The Buffaloes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Trying to run, it's Young. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
Lewis to throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And when you get closer to this area near the red zone and closer inside the 5 like you are here, it's tough to throw certain routes, right? Like you need to throw those slants. You need to throw those fades. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hands really, really quickly.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Got it. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's going to run it. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the 1st down on a 2nd and long.
Hey, he's just kind of proven that he's difficult to defend. And when I'm playing defense, and we've seen him have success throwing the ball through the air, but now, nice job dropping back, trying to force the ball down the field, but does a really smart thing. Just kind of tucks it, takes off, and gets the 1st down.
Maybe some room here. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Now facing a 3rd and long. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hands it off. At the 35, he's loose. There he goes. The 20. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buffs. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Scanning the field, it's Jennings. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. He threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
And the Mustangs will send out the... Oh, they're trying to trick him. It's a fake. Unleashes it. And the pass is incomplete. They thought they had the fake all dialed up, and it did not work. Have an incompletion like that, you always think, why not just let the quarterback throw it? The element of trickery was afoot, and it didn't work. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Young.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He's there to make the stop.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
3rd down from the gun, Lewis. Working that left side now. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the 1st down. Colorado will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout here. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Lewis, here's the heat. And they got it. The Buffs now use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Lewis wants to pass. How about this defense making a statement to end the half with a sack? First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. Let's start with the USC Trojans taking on the number 15 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's the Trojans who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. And talk about a great start to the season. This team is now 6-0 with big aspirations. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are other...
Here's a little room there. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. From the gun on third down, Lewis. He's got him in the flat. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Buffaloes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Here's Lewis to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Hey, guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half. They were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Back to throw, it's Jennings. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
They get him out of bounds, couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Makes the catch. It's Green. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Running inside. It's Green. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking down the middle. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Plows through the defense. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Throwing. Lewis. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Moore. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
Creates a little space. He breaks a tackle. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Moore. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. A field goal here will put them on top, but a touchdown's what you want in a game like this. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
1st and goal, Colorado.
Neither of these teams are ranked in the top 25 at the moment, but it's early in the season. Still plenty of time to fight their way in as we take a look at how things stand now. He'll try to open his quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. A first down run on the doorstep. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Colorado! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. And now this offense needs a late fourth-quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Gets it to the back. Turning it on. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Fires to the big fella. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he...
It's a running room. He's at the 10, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU. And the Mustangs respond. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Looking for the 2-point try.
Easy, easy, easy. Blue 40, Wilkes. Blue 40, Wilkes. Boss, boss, boss. Come on, poke.
He'll set up to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
That's a decision I think the head coach is going to be questioned about after this football game, because you could have just tied the game easily with an extra point kick. You went for the lead. You come up short. Do you have time? Can your defense get you the ball back to give you an opportunity to win this one?
Number 99 sets a kickoff.
After that kickoff, the medical staff is out there to tend to the injured player. They're out there taking a look at this sophomore defensive back, and we hope he's able to get back in the action shortly. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. That last touchdown drive tightened this one up, and we'll see what these guys can do coming down the stretch. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Could be an alley. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
Breaks into the open. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. The Buffaloes are flying down the field. A handoff, keep working on that clock. Got enough for the first. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. In the red area, it's Clinton. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Yeah, I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
Well, two things you're thinking about here offensively is, one, you want to take as much time off the clock. But two, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a 2-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. And the field goal unit stays put. They will try to deliver the haymaker and deck them with a touchdown on 4th and goal. He's forced out of bounds, goes absolutely nowhere, not even close to converting, and the defense gets the ball back.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Runs through a tackle. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20 and pick up a 5. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the 4th quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Buffaloes! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
And here's the return. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Dropping back, it's Jennings. He wants a big play here late. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Buffs! Took it all the way back to the house. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win.
Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down. You've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill. Like, I can work the whole field. And here coming up...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. He's taking the deep shot. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation.